Here we have Northern Cardinal, and he was special today because he got to be the first horse to actually ride in the arena since before we had our snowstorm. And Billy has been working tirelessly on this every single day to make it rideable, and so I have to thank him for achieving that. It was obviously quite wet because we've got all this melting happening and it's frozen underneath, so the water doesn't really have anywhere to go. But wet is fine. Earlier in the morning, it was still frozen, and you can see how if it was frozen, it's literally a skating rink. So that's why I was riding in the field earlier. But by early afternoon, it looked like this, and it was perfectly safe to do some light riding in. Now, this is a super quick ride for two reasons. One, this horse is literally foot perfect. He is angelic. And the second is that my vet came and I needed to talk to her. So when she rolled in the driveway, I had to get off. So Northern Cardinal is a wildly adorable 5-year-old thoroughbred gelding by More Spirit. He ran 16 times. His last start was on January 9th, so just very recently off the track. And he was just painfully slow. He was easy to train. His trainer said he's very easy to train, very easy to work with, and all of that rings true here. This horse is just so kind and sweet, but just so slow. So here he is. He has no vices, no injuries. He is just absolutely wonderful to be around. Super quiet to ride, just ridiculously quiet. If you watch my lower leg, it is working the entire time. I knew he was going to be quiet because I lunged him yesterday just to sort of see what he was all about. And I'm not kidding you, I was chasing him around the circle on the lunge line, just trying to make him trot, and not trot fast, just like a Western jog speed trot required me trotting after him, waving the whip around like a lunatic, and all we could achieve was a very slow Western jog. So it was really funny, actually. Well, it was funny after because during I was huffing and puffing. But so I knew he was going to be ridiculously quiet. I meant to actually wear some little spurs for this ride, but I completely forgot. And I regretted it pretty much the instant I got on because he's just so laid back. So he was totally adorable about the puddles. He didn't care about them at all. Actually, in fact, he loved the puddles. He was seeking them out, if anything. And then when we walked through this puddle and I let him stop and like have his little look, then he actually didn't want to get out of the puddle, which was sort of funny. So just such a good guy. Really simple and straightforward. If all horses were this quiet and easy, right off the track like this, my job would just be a cakewalk. So I'm very much enjoying having him because he really just makes it all so easy. So he'll go again tomorrow and we'll do some cantering and have a little bit of a longer ride. And I will remember to wear some little spurs so that I don't have to kick so hard to make him keep going, but just such a cute little horse. I totally forgot to stick him, but he is some number between 15.3 and 16 hands. So perfect size, and he's very round. And he's obviously still racehorse fit, but he's quite a wide little horse, and he will fill out a bunch more. So he actually feels like quite a bit underneath you. And I just love this size horse and this nice sturdy build. He's just a very safe, comfortable feeling horse. The only thing to note about him is that when he finished racing, they pulled off all of his shoes, and so his front feet unfortunately got a little bit chipped up. And my farrier thought it was just in his best interest to put some glue-ons on him and let him have a nice long cycle with glue-ons to let that toe and foot grow out, so that he could more easily get nails in for steel shoes the next time. So it's certainly not a permanent thing. He just sort of needs to recover from being barefoot for a week or two and losing some of his foot. And especially on this hard frozen ground and ice, it's been super unforgiving on their feet. So actually, I was really pleased that the second we put the glue-ons on him, he went from walking around very ouchy and sore to looking totally comfortable and happy with himself. So actually, that was great. He's very good on the ground. I mean, as you can imagine, when they're that sweet and easy to ride, of course they're going to be nice on the ground. He's standing well on cross ties. He was excellent at the mounting block today. I'll get on him by myself tomorrow. I didn't lunge him or do any sort of prep work before this ride today. Just went out and got on. God, I hope to never lunge this horse again because it was such an exhausting affair trying to get him to try. I cannot imagine trying to make this horse canter on the lunge line. I would have to put on my running shoes. Anyway, he's totally adorable little horse, and I'm thrilled to have him.